Tracy Walfeld, and I'm the director of the foundation at Parkland College. And the Parkland College Foundation is there to support the mission of the college, whether that be student learning, providing intellectual, cultural, and economic development resources for our community, or providing our employees in the area with the skills they need to be able to join the workforce. We could not do it without the wonderful support of our generous donors. How can generous donors make an impact here at the college? There's lots of different ways. One of those are through scholarships. Scholarships provide those resources for students who may not have the means to go to school at all without that scholarship support. Sometimes it just means somebody believes in their ability to achieve their educational goals, and that gives students such a much needed boost. Other ways donors support is through our SOAR program, which is student orientation, advising, and registration, providing resources for academic programs such as new equipment, advances to technology, additions or renovations to existing buildings and facilities here on campus. And the cultural and educational outreach is an important component of a student's education here at Parkland. We have our planetarium, our Gertz Gallery, and the Harold and Jean Minor Theater. All of those add an extra special element to our students' education, and not only our students, but our community at large. Each of those areas creates an impact for our students in the community that will last through the years. Please join us as we create that impact for other students.
The Parkland College Foundation has been instrumental in helping Student Life and the Dean of Students Office and being able to supply our students with a wonderful annual event. You can see a lot of activity behind me. That's our annual welcome convocation for new and returning students. The SOAR sponsors and convocation sponsors help us provide students with this wonderful event to help them understand how important it is to come to college and that they've made a great academic choice in Parkland. We also have orientation that they help us provide so that our SOAR, which is Student Orientation, Advising, and Registration, is able to provide students with information about resources and help them get started in the correct manner to begin their new academic career.
The William M. Starkville Planetarium has been very fortunate to be able to work with the Parkland College Foundation for a lot of our programming here. We've gotten, I know, large donations from companies like SuperValue that have allowed us to buy programs that we can show not only to school groups, but to our public audiences on Fridays and Saturday nights. Yeah, right now full dome programming is actually pretty expensive. In fact, one full dome show is actually more than our annual budget. This is why we really depend on foundation funds. The projectors that we have in the room, there's only two, but each one of them have 2 light bulbs, and the light bulbs are about $1,100 a piece. So even just for operational funds, we look to the foundation. But back in 2010, we actually went digital. We got rid of all of our slide projectors, and we stopped depending on the machine in the middle of the room, and we went digital. We actually put in a couple of projectors and came up with what's called the Digistar 4, and we couldn't have done that without foundation money. And they really helped us out with fundraising and for making that whole project possible. Every cent, every dollar that comes in to the Parkland College Foundation helps programming here, not only for the general public, but also for the many kids that come in here on school field trips, because we produce programs that will actually work into their curricula at their schools.
The gallery is a great place for students to visit, but it's also a wonderful place for the community. So we have a lot of people that come out to visit us. We have senior groups coming, we have the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts, and we also have classes. So liberal arts classes, the art program, all sorts of classes are impacted by the gallery. And I feel really fortunate to be the gallery director because I think we make such an impact for our students and the community. We do a lot because of our foundation. Having the gallery named really helped us, and we're really able to do a lot of outreach, like our high school arts seminar, as well as our opening receptions and different programs. Probably one of my favorites is the high school arts seminar. We invite all of the students in the arts programs from all the different high schools. And so it's a great opportunity for them to come to campus and see what we're all about. One of the things that I think is terrific is when people give us feedback about the gallery. We've kind of been nicknamed the gem of the campus because we're kind of this small, intimate space that really people value. So I think that's terrific. And I also didn't realize how much of an impact we'd made until we had our alumni exhibition a few years ago. We had people coming from the early 70s all the way to a few years ago. And so it was really exciting to hear how the gallery had impacted them. Because of the generosity of Mr. Mike Miner, we were able to do the sound redesign, which was very sorely needed because the Harold and Jean Miner Theater is 30 years old last year, so it's 31 years old. And this sound design is so important because it not only helps our patrons, but it also helps with our assisted listening devices. It also helps our students because they will have some state-of-the-art equipment to learn on. Our two theater venues, the Harold and Jean Miner Theater as well as the Parkland College Second Stage, is a great cultural opportunity for the patrons of our district and all surrounding outlying areas as well. We put on really good high-quality productions that we are very proud of.
Last year, over 4,000 students received some sort of financial assistance here at Parkland College. We dispersed more than $21 million to student accounts throughout the year. So you can see there's a huge demand for financial assistance here at Parkland College. The need for financial aid for our students is great here at Parkland. Besides just tuition and fees, students have housing, books, food, technology needs, and state and federal financial aid only goes so far. So foundation scholarships are hugely important for our students. They allow our students to supplement the other types of financial aid that they can get. A lot of times our students come back after receiving bachelor's degrees or master's degrees because they want to change their career. And those students wouldn't be eligible for state or federal need-based grants, and so scholarships are hugely important for them as well.
Well, it mostly helped my parents because they're the one paying for my studies. So yeah, it was just a lot less stress for them, and for me too, because I got to buy my books without worrying. After, when you receive it, you feel grateful, and it feels good to actually receive it because you feel closer to the college. You feel like you made the right decision to attend Parkland.
So let's talk about impact. Well, the first thing that I think about is scholarships for our students. So look, we know that college is expensive, and despite our best efforts at keeping costs low, tuition and fees continue to grow, not to mention the cost of textbooks, living expenses, transportation, etc. Parkland has a great history of generous support for our students in the form of endowed and named scholarships, all created by some very special people and some businesses in our community. And I can tell you firsthand that I've heard the stories directly. These scholarships make all the difference in the world to hundreds of students every single year. The difference between being able to go to college or not. In addition, we've been fortunate to be able to augment our programs with dollars that have been donated from both individuals and employers that allow us to offer the very best programs, curricula, and equipment in all of our labs and our classrooms on campus. Many of our programs could not exist, or at the very least would be shadows of what they are currently, if not for our friends and benefactors in this community. Again, it makes all the difference in the world to our students, to our faculty and our staff, and ultimately the people that live and work in Parkland College District. So thank you.